Hello, it's me, and James. I think who could it be? Who could be joining me today? Who was that strange melody? Is it the Phantom? Oh, Christine.
So I was streaming Far Cry Primal earlier today, and the settings were a bit different. So hopefully everything isn't all screwed up. Let's find out when I switch over. Uh-oh. Where are we? Oh, there we are.
Oh, my hair.
I know, you're
Why do you let me go on camera looking like I look?
What do you mean? You got a little haircut today.
I did.
Aren't you a Dapper
Do you
Dan?
like my haircut? I got a little trim.
Yeah, you're a Dapper Dan man.
Dapper Matthew.
That's what they say.
Nothing rhymes with Matthew.
How the scabbard got so elaborate when it became the super duper master sword.
Got a nice scabbard.
That's true.
You've got the doves on the shield. No more sad demon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at those birds kissing. Did he just fart?
I don't know. It's like he has a stomachache.
Do you know what the scabbard? Do you know what that's called in Latin?
What?
Do you know? Do
No.
you know?
Why would I know that? A sheath? Is it something terribly?
Well, what do you think the word for sheath in Latin is?
Oh, foreskin? I don't know. Is the Latin word for foreskin?
It is not. No. You're probably not going to get this because it's not the lines along which you think.
I think along lines?
You certainly do when it comes to this subject.
I can't imagine what you're talking
The
about.
Latin word for sheath?
Condom?
No.
I have no idea. Why don't you just
It's
tell
so
me?
fascinating that you are only thinking of penises.
What else? What else is sword like?
Sheath, Matthew, sheath.
Sheath? What else do you put in a sheath?
The word for sheath.
Yeah.
You can't even conceive of it.
The word for sheath. What, like like something you wrap a baguette in or something?
No. I mean, again, you're thinking about the thing that gets wrapped up, not the sheath itself.
Oh, lamb's skin? Lamb's wool? Lamb's intestine? What are condoms made out of?
Why are you thinking of condoms?
I don't know, because you mentioned sheaths.
Matthew,
What?
this is so
You started
interesting.
it.
This
Wait,
is so interesting.
What else? What do you wrap? What gets sheathed? Other
No.
than swords?
Matthew, the sheath itself, not what goes in it. You keep trying to name what goes in it.
Okay, the sheath itself is usually made of metal, right?
Okay, but what do you think a word for that would be?
I don't know. Iron?
Hello, hooligan boy.
Hi.
How are you?
We're having a torturous trivia contest. Wait, is another word for metal?
No, for sheath.
Another word for sheath, made of metal.
No, it doesn't have to be made of metal.
Protector, wrapping paper, little Christmas package, I don't know, a ribbon?
So interesting. You can't.
Cloak?
You can't bring yourself to think of it.
What? What can I not bring myself to think of? I don't like clowns. Is it something clown related?
Usually not, though. Oh, I already got this one. It could be.
Is it something to do with the female anatomy? Oh, is it, I don't know, vagina? Is that the word for...
It's vagina.
Okay, the Latin word for sheath is vagina.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you kept trying to name
Another
the thing...
word for sheath?
No, the Latin word for sheath.
Good grief.
What?
Good grief.
What do you mean? It was so difficult. You kept naming the things that go in sheaths.
Yeah,
Because all you can think of is dick.
that's not true. Not all I can think of. Sometimes I think of nipples.
On a lady?
Well, I need to be graphic.
Anyway, Hooligan Boy, you've joined us at just the right time.
Oh my goodness, at a sensitive moment for me.
Yes, we were looking at Link's scabbard and admiring it.
Oh,
Yay.
piece of heart. That's
a
nice.
pretty good one.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not all garbage.
I'm gonna go collect a fairy. Now the question for you is, we can now go to Ganon's castle.
Okay.
Do we do that, or do you want to just dick around on the ocean?
Well, I don't know about dicking around, but I think there's unfinished business. Like, what do we have to do? We have Do we have...
Well, that's the problem. It's hard. I wish the map, like, marked off islands that were completed. Like, where you got the main item or you solved the main puzzle there, because it doesn't. And that makes it challenging.
Well, we can look at the, we've got the map here.
Well, I have a map on the gamepad, but it doesn't tell me anything.
But I can also look at this map. The viewers can't see that map. It's hard for them to see this map, too. Ta-da!
But what do you hope to learn from that? Because that doesn't tell you what we got and what we didn't.
I don't know. It might be a nice little reminder of what we've done. Like, I don't know, Forbidden Fortress, for example.
Okay, we've done that.
Yeah.
Grayson, hello again.
Hi!
Welcome back.
We're trying to figure out where to go with ourselves.
Yeah.
But like the Forbidden Fortress, for example, we know there's a moblin there that what's-her-name was interested in. Do we need to pop in and say, did you get her letter?
No, you don't talk to moblins.
Okay. I don't know, maybe you don't talk to moblins.
I don't associate with their kind.
I don't know, there's like the trading to do with the merchants. There's the...
There is that.
Bring the water to the islands to water the trees.
Yeah, I sure do hate that quest.
Okay, maybe not that one then.
Although it's probably easier now. With it's probably easier now with the Swift Sail. We're good. Are you good, Matthew? I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I have to pop well, not right now, but at some point I'm gonna have to pop out to see what's happening with all the Super Tuesday election stuff, but that can wait. I'm going to be writing about that as the results come in, probably closer to like 2 or 3 hours from now.
How are you, hooligan boy?
We are doing fairly all right. This is just going through dungeons and talking about the dungeons, decoding Triforce charts. Oh, the final battle, Gavin's Tower. Islands of the Great Sea. Okay, so this will tell us what's to be done with things. Let's see. Islands of the Great Sea, Islands of the Great Sea. Forsaken Fortress. There's a piece of heart to get there. Oh yeah, we've already got that. We got the Skull Hammer. We got the Silver Rupee. 4-Eye Reef.
What does it have?
It's got 4 dots, and it's one of those dice islands.
I know, but what...
it's got a treasure chart and a Great Fairy chart.
I think I have that already.
Yeah. Western Fairy Island, the next one over.
Yeah.
Use the Skull Hammer to enter the secret cavern. You find a blue choo-choo. I'm not sure what this is telling us. It's the one that's shaped like a heart. An arrow upgrade. Okay, so you've already got that.
I've got that. Also, all the fairy islands are shaped like hearts.
Oh, haha. Oh, okay, so she upgrades your arrow carrying capacity.
Yeah, but we're at 99, so I think we got that one.
There's 3-Eye Reef, which has a treasure chart and a piece of heart. That's in D2.
Okay. D2, you said?
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry, that can't be right.
No,
No,
that's not right.
That's A4 is where that is.
Oh.
So that's fairly close to where you are.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm going down, you're going across. But you are correct, and I am wrong.
I could go there. I mean, I
That's
don't know
far away.
whether or not
Well,
I already got what's on there, then.
No, it's troubling. Let's see, well, let me look around where you are, then. You're around A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Okay.
So let's look around the early G's.
Sure.
D, let's see. So an Orlog Island, which is on the upper corner. There's a Triforce chart. Yeah, you've already got that. Flight control platform. That's in G2.
I finished that one.
Nice. You did the Birdman contest?
I did. It was a pain in the ass.
I remember that.
I did not care for that one.
There's the Starbelt Archipelago. Ghost ship is there. Wings of Light, Silver Rupee.
That I may not have done. What is the, what is it? Starlight Archipelago?
Yeah, it's the one that looks like a constellation. 2 rings of light around this island appear only under the light of a full moon. Use the grappling hook to pull a red rupee from one and a purple rupee from the other.
I don't want
That is
those rupees.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's also a treasure chart. G4 has the Thorned Fairy Island. Another arrow upgrade. Minor reward. And piece of heart number 40. Oh, piece of heart. Blah. That's on G4.
I think what you're doing right now is a fool's errand, because I'm not going to be able to tell you if I already got any of those things you're saying.
Okay, well, it's close to you. I'm sitting that close to you, so if you wanted to go look.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
What's this one? Oh, it's the deed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if this guy wants my... Is this exotic flower?
Again with no pants. Swirly nipples.
Yeah, very much so.
Hmm.
That's an exotic flower.
Well, I'll say.
I do not... Oh, yeah, I'll take that. That's new. Ah, sure.
That is a deal.
Yeah. Well, what about this merchant's quest? This is a thing I could do.
Yeah, I think that's, you go back to Windfall Island to check
Nope.
on stuff and...
I do not. Could you look it up in the book? We have to trade the Sickle Moon flag to someone else. He'll then give us something even better. It's like the kid who sold his brother for a goldfish or whatever. You know the one.
I don't.
And then a bunch of college students in the 50s swallowed it. The brother, that is.
Yeah, my god. Let's see, we've got the withered Deku trees, we've got the rings of light, we've got secret caverns, platforms, force mini games, Nintendo gallery, all the photos you have to get, Triforce charts, Great Fairies, quest items, special charts. Okay, a legendary checklist, Beatles, shop ship, big actors.
And if you go for the remaining big octos, but now that I have the sickle flag, I think there's something weird that happens out here, right?
You're on Bomb Island?
Yeah.
I think you need to glide to the end of that.
Oh, that's right. But to what end?
I'm not sure. That pot looks like it might be hiding a hole or something.
Maybe. You're hiding a hole. Stop being a hiding hole.
Let's see. Found on certain islands. Treasure charts, Triforce charts, special charts, Great Fairies quest items, Dragon Wars times, gallery figurines, pieces of heart, rings of light, caverns, platforms, songs, submarines, shops, and vendors.
There's no table in there for, like, the merchant quest?
But I didn't see it.
Sure there is. Ugh.
Link's training, ABC's, friends and fiends, maybe in there to talk about the merchant.
Well, it's
Here
not
we go.
the merchant. It's a... Okay.
There are 3 wandering Goron merchants, one on
Yeah.
Great Fish Island, one on Bomb Island, one on Mother and Child. They're essential stops in the trading quest that begins on Windfall Island and ends with Link getting a magic armor and a piece of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all it says about him there.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Oh, okay. It's a yellow rupee.
Oh, well, alright.
I guess a rupee saved is a rupee earned.
Oh, I've also learned the names of Tingle's slaves.
Oh,
Ankle.
okay.
He's the more responsible and hardworking than his twin.
Uh-huh. Which is, what, Cankle?
No. David.
Oh,
It's Ankle and David.
that's perfect for
Surely
Tingle.
these are named after Nintendo employees. Well, I don't know about
Ankle?
Ankle. Ankle, that could be somebody's nickname. I don't know what you do to earn that nickname.
I don't know, you go back to, the 19 teens and show off a bit of ankle?
David Jr.
Yeah, Infamous Sphere, by the way, has
Oh,
successfully been able to watch today.
Yay! Wonderful. Yeah, it does. It does show. Oh, army ads. It's showing you army ads. It's wonderful. Well, I
yeah.
guess you'll need to join the army now.
It's so strange what ads people say they get. Because somebody was getting ads for a Morgan Freeman movie. I've never gotten that ad. You're getting army ads. We get ads for Gucci on Twitch, and boy oh boy have they misfired on that one. This sweatshirt I got, was it in San Jose? I got it at Walgreens because I forgot to bring a jacket.
Ooh, a Walgreens. Is it Walgreens original?
Yes, it's a Volgren.
I could tell quite the intricate stitching on these on this hoodie.
Yes. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're probably not getting U.S. Army ads in Australia, although that would be quite a thing.
I don't know what the rules about that are. Is the Merchant Marine still a thing?
I don't know. That's a thing that came up on a lot of like sitcoms and stuff.
The French Foreign Legion. Everyone seems to join the French Foreign Legion, even if they're not French.
I think anyone could join the Foreign Legion, but I don't know that they still exist. They're kind of like from Lawrence of Arabia times, right?
I only know them from the Laurel and Hardy cartoon, so I mean it's short. So
Sure.
my information may not be the most timely.
I know them from Legionnaire's disease.
Good, very good.
I don't know about
Oh.
Walgreens Soul Jumpers. Walgreens here does. Walgreens here sells a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do in Australia.
It's they sell gadgets and gizmos. Weirdly, the one
Aplenty.
across the street from us. You can get like I don't know weird things like garage door openers and stuff like that.
It's a Rite Aid, not a Walgreens.
Oh,
but
is
same
it?
idea. Yeah.
I know. They just redid their floors and like made the lighting really bright, so it's supposed to look like a fancy one now.
Mm-hmm.
It is not fancy, I'll tell you that. There's nothing fancy about that Walgreens. I don't know who they're trying to kid.
Uncle Deadly, it was the San Jose Walgreens. It is Trey Chic, and
It was chilly.
It was December.
It was December.
It was right around Christmas, and it was just cold enough. Like all I had brought was single layer items, so it was just cold enough to want a sweatshirt.
Infamous Fear says American Army ads are really bizarre to me because they're very patriotic and full of waving flags and crying eagles. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's just America every day. First time I saw an American Army recruiting station, I started laughing because it was so over the top. It was ridiculous. This is in the D.C. area, Maryland. Yep. You can never tell with America if it really means it or if it's just being sarcastic. But generally, yeah.
I don't think the Army is ever being sarcastic.
I don't think the Army's. Wouldn't it be totally funny if we invaded Iraq?
Oh boy.
That'd be so ironic.
The American Army ads here, for a while when I was in high school, there were these ads that were set on a chessboard, and there were like Lord of the Rings warriors on both sides with like magic swords and armor and whatnot, and they were clashing in the center of the chessboard. It was like this big fantasy battle, and then at the end they morphed into army soldiers.
Yes. And uniforms and
Yeah, and then more
little
recently
hats.
there was one where the army was fighting lava monsters.
oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it's America.
Yeah. If you go online and look up like I don't know 90s Army ads, I'm sure you'll see some things that seem like they should be parodies but are not. Uncle Deadly says, "Oh right, during GX3, that was our one cold wave this decade." I miss Whitner.
We did too. We lived in Los Angeles for a while and missed winter and also livable city, so we left.
In Australia, the Army typically tries to advertise, this is Infamous Sphere again, with stuff like, oh, you can be an engineer and do all these really cool things, whereas in America, it's more like, this is your patriotic duty. In Australia, they try to emphasize the cool things you can do, and OMG, the Army's actually cool because nobody here likes the Army. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but we're not as into the military as the US seems to be. I will say, they give you that kind of sales pitch, at least they did 30 years ago when they were, well, not quite 30 years ago, because I would have been 5, but I guess, what would that? 20 years ago when they were trying to get me to join.
They tried to get you to join?
Oh, they certainly did.
What?
Calls, frequent phone calls to the
What?
house to get me to join.
What did they
Yeah.
think they were dealing with?
I have no idea. If only they'd known.
Huh.
Well, so
did they
would,
see you in Godspell and were like, this,
Yes.
we gotta snap
we
this
gotta
one
snatch
up.
this one up. I was like, talk to my agent. No, they said, I was talking about how I was going to school for film. I was about to, applying to college for film. and they're like, oh, well, you can, we've got photography. We have wartime photographers. And they're talking to me about all the, like, film-related stuff that I could do in the Army. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and also I'm gay. And that is when the phone calls stopped.
Yep. Very good. Yeah, that is a thing here, personalized military recruiting. Although,
oh, yes.
I just, boy, that was not a part of my life.
Oh, yeah, it's like telemarketers. They call, like, to sell me the Army and also Tupperware. And I don't know, it's seductive to some people. There was a kid who joined who was always very obsessed with World War II history.
Okay, that seems like a good fit.
Yeah, that was during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Mm-hmm. I mean, he knew everything about World War II history. Unfortunately, he was an expert in Nazi stuff.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I don't know if that served him well in the Army or not. He did join.
Now he's working on the Trump campaign?
Who knows? I wonder what he's up to these days.
Yeah, we also had, in the early 2000s, America's Army, the video game that the Army fully financed that was also meant to be Army training and recruiting. It was all about you earned honor points by killing people and by keeping your teammates alive.
I'm still flipping through here trying to find any clues about those merchants.
Yeah, I'll just try to run. What are the 3 islands you said that they're on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me skip back here.
I mean, that's really all I need to know is where they are, and then it's a matter of just trading up.
Greatfish Island, Bomb Island, and Mother and Child.
Okay. Oh, of course, on the edge of it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, magic armor and a piece of heart from them. I'm also learning all about the characters.
Uh-huh.
The Tetris Pirates are named Gonzo, Mako, and Nico.
Uh-huh.
Also, there's Nudge, Tetris Counselor. He's stronger than Gonzo, but he loves sewing. Senza keeps the ship shipshape. He's also a persuasive speaker. And Zuko's keen eyes made him the ship's watchman, but no one can understand his speech, so they're never sure what he's seeing.
He's like Mushmouth from Fat Albert.
He is, exactly. Tingle's help doesn't come cheap, and no one else can do it. Lute is a robust sailor who fears only the mermen. Old Man Ho-Ho is on several of the islands in the Great Sea. He's always looking at something interesting through his telescope.
Oh, that guy, yeah, he's a pervert. Infamous Fear says LGBT involvement in the Army differs a little bit depending on the country.
Ah, yes.
In Australia, I think... oops, just scrolled. In Australia, I think it was legal to be openly queer in the Army since 1994. Maybe I'll have to check that. Apparently it was safer to be a gay dude in the Army than to be a woman. Huh. I can see that being the case.
In 2013, that was the first time the military was allowed to march in full uniform in Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. I think the police have been participating since the early 90s. That's the only Mardi Gras I've been to. Going up to Sydney is kind of a pain in the arse, and I'm hideously lazy.
Yeah.
Lute is a robust sailor and fears only the mermen. That sounds quite gay. I think that's about... Lute clothes. Like booty loot. That's even gayer.
Oh, yes, add the booty in there.
Mm-hmm. Among the Rudos, we've got the Chieftain and Kamali and Medley, blah, blah, blah.
I was in the neighborhood where Sydney's gay and lesbian Mardi Gras happens. I can't remember what it's called, but it was on, like, it was early morning on a Sunday. So probably not the best to be there. I didn't have time to check anything out. Sydney was lovely, though. I would like to go back. Oh my goodness.
Me.
Control yourself.
Yes. Oh, it even lists the crab in the list of characters. It lists the crabs that scuttle on the beach.
Oxford Street. Yes. That is very familiar. I'm pretty sure it was the Oxford Street area. We were staying... to be honest, I don't remember where we were staying either. It was by the water. The Opera House was in walking distance. There was like a big park with like a churchy building. There was a bridge. There was a face. I don't know if these things ring any bells. It also sounds a little bit like a fever dream.
Yeah, I think you made this all up.
But I walked around the city a little bit and ended up in the Oxford Street area and saw some posters for gay stuff, but no actual gay stuff happening. Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, there's big bridge, and they said that you could walk over the top of it, which sounds really dangerous. I don't want to do that. It was a face. And when you get up close to the Opera House, it's got weird lumpy tiles. That's what I love about it. Where was everyone kept near Russell's apartment? Like, they were saying that like it's a really big deal, and I was like...
Near Russell Crowe's apartment.
Alright.
Okay.
Like, oh, he got an apartment on the water, and...
That's what rich people do.
I guess. Okay, Russell Crowe's apartment.
Grayson has provided with a random news update. Disney is starting casting for High School Musical 4. Do you realize Zac Efron is basically old enough now that he could be like a teacher or a principal or something?
Sure.
A hot one. Ooh.
Yeah. I have been to... So, on the same trip, I also went to Melbourne, but it was a business trip. I did not get to see very much. They kept... The people wanted to go to spa, so we went to a lot of spas and had... Didn't get to check out the infrastructure.
So I've got some more information about the cast of characters in this game. I'm reading them in the official strategy guide.
From 2003.
Yes. So minor Windfall Island characters. The one in the cafe that I was like, is that an orc? His name is Candy the Sailor. Candy the Sailor gives Link hints about the nearest island in the direction the wind blows. Would you believe he's only 17?
I wouldn't.
I would not either. Why would you mention that?
Yep. Oh, and regarding High School Musical 4, we're under NDA, but I think we can reveal that we're starring in it. I'm going to take the Zac Efron role, and Matthew is going to be the basketball.
I knew it was going to be something inanimate. I thought maybe it was going to be upright bass.
But I said basketball because I couldn't remember Selena Gomez.
Oh, isn't this excellent?
Yes, I would.
They're getting very fancy.
Yes,
Oh, kind of dirty, he said.
So the question is, does the fountain idol go to, do I either go back to the one I just came from, or do I go all the way over to, what would you say, it's Mother and Child, Great Fish, and...
Bomb Island.
Bomb Island,
yeah.
okay. So, do you think I should go to Mother and Child or Bomb Island?
I wonder, I'm not sure if it matters. Infant Sphere has never seen any of the High School Musical movies? I don't think you really need to.
No, Link is wearing a weird grill. He got one as a reward for finishing a little dungeon. So now he's got a creepy face mask. There we go.
Very nice.
Okay.
The creepy face mask imparts information about his enemy's health. So, it's informational. Maybe a bit of a violation of privacy.
I suppose so, to know somebody's health status.
Materials, yeah. It's a HIPAA violation.
No.
I've got a little bit more information about the pigs as well. If you want them to dig up something good, you have to spread the bait on a patch of dark soil.
Okay. What constitutes something good? Just bigger rupees?
A heart container.
Okay. Where do you find that?
Uh,
no.
Let's see.
It's a face mask.
Outside Island.
Well, no, I know, but
Oh.
where on the island?
Apparently
I mean, you're not
there's-
going to be able to take the pig off the island.
No, probably not. I guess somewhere on the island there's some dark soil.
Okay. That's not happening.
I'm trying to think of what's a good musical to recommend to somebody who's not super into musicals. Hairspray, maybe. No.
I mean, I would say Little Shop of Horrors,
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
but that's only because it was my life for 2 years. When I first saw it when it came out in theaters, I literally reorganized my life to be all about man-eating plants and doo-wop girls.
That's how we met. Was
Not
I
exactly.
a man-eating plant or a doo-wop girl?
Man-eating doo-wop girl,
Oh.
kind of.
What was I about to say? Musicals to recommend.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
That that might be a heavy lift.
It could be polarizing, although I saw it when I was young and did like it a lot. Moulin Rouge, perhaps.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of accessible music in Moulin Rouge.
There's a lovely, I really like the, without saying too much, there's a number with Jim Broadbent that I really enjoy.
Oh, yes. Also, Moulin Rouge is fun. I don't know, I think it's a profoundly stupid movie, but it is a lot of fun.
Infamous Fear says she's seen Victor Victoria, Hedwig, Priscilla, if you want to count as a musical. I think,
Sure.
Velvet Goldmine, the new Hairspray, Mary Poppins, but I can't remember it at all. Racking my brains, can't think of any. Hedwig is very heavy, fantastic but heavy. Yeah, it takes a lot of work to watch that one.
Hedwig's great.
I've never been a huge fan.
Really?
Yeah.
How curious, why not?
I think I need something that's just a little more linear.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. And I don't love the music.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's not all great. But there's some really good songs, I think.
Oh, Infamous Fear, I'm like the champion of queer tragedy movies. I used to run a thing called Trigger Warning Trilogy.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of, like, tragedy musicals. Oh, the Xena musical and the Buffy musical episode. They are pretty good, yes. There's Zero Patience. That's one. It's a musical from the 90s about HIV. And Rent, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Not a good
thing.
movie. Not a good movie.
The movie is cringe-worthy. The stage show is of a time. I saw it multiple times when it was first running. And I saw it again as an adult, and I felt differently about it. But in high school, it was terrific.
Ooh, Grayson recommends Hair and Fame. Fame's not bad. Fame's got some very dark moments.
Oh, Fun Home's supposed to be great.
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
I'm much more interested in Fun Home than Hamilton.
Yes, you've made your
Made my Hamilton feelings
Hamilton
clear, I know.
skepticism quite clear.
It's not
I get it. I mean, I also, from just listening to the music, I'm like, okay, it's good.
Uncle Diddley said, might not be good, but Rent the movie did unlock my gay musical-loving DNA.
Okay, I can see that. I mean,
Ooh, West Side Story. Yeah, West Side
Sure.
Story. Yeah. I think you might like the movie. The movie's quite good. And also dark. Oh, how many Sondheim movies have there been? And we're not counting the recent ones.
Sondheim movies generally are not. His stuff is so for the theater.
Yeah, yeah.
For the theater.
You might like. There's a lovely stage version of Into the Woods. That was just. It's just filmed for
The Bernadette Peters one.
Yeah, for video.
Oh, Rocky Horror, of course.
Yeah.
There's also a version of Company. I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, with Neil Patrick Harris
with
and
Neil
a
Patrick
bunch of other
Harris
greats.
and
Patti
Stephen
LuPone, right?
Colbert.
That's right. Yes.
And Patti LuPone.
And I've forgotten her name, but the woman from this show, Wonder Falls, that barely did not even last one season, but I love this show. She played a lesbian sister on Wonder Falls, and so she's in Company. My dad says I should see it live. I think it's on like a stage show, Rocky Horror. And a chorus line. I'm not a huge fan of a chorus line. I find it a little dated, and not in like a good way. But you know, it felt very contemporary when it was made, and now it just feels like an artifact to me.
It has, for me, one singular song, and the rest of it I can't remember.
Oh.
Oh. Huh.
Wow.
What limit on it?
Well, you've overdone your welcome at the Merchants Guild.
Infamous Fear, on that note, that you're not much of a dancer, Sondheim shows might be up your alley, because a lot of it's very character-driven.
Yeah.
It doesn't require dancing. Like, I'm thinking of some of the roles in Sondheim shows for women are excellent, and don't require anything like dancing at all. A lot of it's just in the characterization in the book and how you deliver the song.
Yeah, like
Mrs.
Mrs.
Lovett's
Lovett
not a
is not
real
known
hoofer.
for her.
Yeah, she's not going to break out into a tap number.
For the two-step. Yeah. Very different from West Side Story, which is much more traditional dancing kind of musical.
Last thing I auditioned for was How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. It's mostly men. It certainly is.
Gosh,
yeah. Huh.
There is a great secretary role in that, and I think that's the only character that's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's a very male show. The movie of that one I did not like at all. I don't know if any of these Gorons are going to turn
Whoa!
anymore. Oh, sorry, I looked at the map.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever.
Oh my god! The boat just keeps going without you.
Well,
That was a large explosion. I mean, you sailed right the fuck into it.
yeah, I mean, I guess How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Step 1, be a man.
Yeah,
That is
that's
something...
kind of the implicit message of that show.
Well, it's one of them, and I think probably unintentionally so. But yeah, step 1, be a man. And then you can succeed at a lot of things without really trying. Oh, you know, a cast of all drag kings doing that show. Or just all
Just
women.
women, yeah.
Just all women, and like a guy in the secretary role. Could be interesting.
Honestly, yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yeah. There's a few lines that would have to be changed. The secretary is not a toy. It says no, a secretary is not a toy. No, my boy. But I can see women saying that to each other. Also, there's Brotherhood of Man, which is maybe a bit gendered.
Change it to, I don't know, the
There's
Sisterhood,
a Sisterhood
of
Traveling
Traveling Pants. Yeah. Or the Divine Yaya Secrets.
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue the same way.
The Sisterhood.
All women would be wonderful.
Traveling Pants. Oh, it's a sisterhood. Traveling Pants.
Da-da-da-da.
I've got ants in my pants. Give them a glance. I'm going to France. The end.
And done.
Yeah, see, I just rewrote it. Perfect. That'll be $250,000.
America.
I thought there was going to be... Oh, I've gone to the wrong island.
Oh, now you've done it. You're at Star Island,
I am. I'm a star, baby. Uh-oh. These things again.
named for Star Jones.
Oh. What's become of her? Is she still on? Yes. We swept the Oscars.
By which he means we were janitors. We swept up the stage afterwards.
Yes.
I don't know. What is up with Star Jones?
She was on The View for a while, right?
She was. I seem to recall her being in a bathtub at some point. Like, I feel like she made...
Probably.
Well, yes. Like, we can assume that she
At
took a
some
bath.
point,
At some
yeah.
point in her life, she's taken a bath. No, there's something... Not, like, scandalous, but there was some video that she made where she's in a bathtub surrounded by candles talking about being sensuous.
Well, Angela Lansbury did
Yeah,
that too.
exactly.
How is
One
that?
of those.
How is that a scandal?
I don't remember, but there's something problematic about it. I don't know. Maybe it was that her husband was cheating on her or something, and she made that to. I don't know. There's something relationship related about it.
Huh.
Infosphere is on here because I'm procrastinating about writing a very serious essay about my relationship with sad queer movies as a very young queer person, in particular my own private Idaho, for an online film magazine called Bright Wall Dark Room. Oh, my own private Idaho.
Oh,
Actually,
Matthew,
yeah,
some states are
yes.
being called.
Oh, some states are already being called. Oh dear. Oh well. Let's
Okay.
see. I'm just checking my emails about that.
Infamous Sphere, are you a fan of Greg Araki movies? I don't know if if they fall into sad or tragic. I was not afraid of Trump at first. This whole situation started, but I am increasingly worried. I remember when it was a joke that California would elect Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was like, oh, haha, wouldn't that be ridiculous to have the Terminator as a governor? Haha, he'll be back. And haha, he was governor.
Yeah. He sure was.
I mean, he wasn't the worst governor, but he wasn't a great governor.
I mean, he wasn't as bad as Donald Trump would be as president.
That's probably true. Although, I don't know. I think if, it's also possible Trump becomes president, just goes on vacation for 4 years, and has his staff run it. I don't know. Yeah, Mysterious Skin was good. Some of Gregor Rocky's older movies, Doom Generation, there's another one I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I hear Jesse Ventura was okay. I'm trying to remember. There was another one. I can't remember if it was like in the same universe as the Doom Generation. But there was another Gregor Rocky movie.
Oh, there's Nowhere.
Nowhere, yep.
And Totally Fucked Up. Wasn't that the title of the other one?
Yes, I think they were sort of like a spiritual trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And in high school, I was a big fan of those. They're not happy films. They're not even particularly well-made films, but they have a lot of ideas, and they have a lot of things to say.
And they feel subversive.
Oh, sure, particularly for the time.
So I guess, I don't know, there's something kind of renty about them, where you feel like, oh, I'm very adult and confronting these challenging themes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's kind of exciting.
I'm gonna, what's I thinking? Sorry, I got lost thinking about where I am in the ocean of time.
Ear drift.
Yes, Gregor Rocky, I don't know. Oh well. I had some thought about his movies, but now I can't remember. But I can remember this, that he has a type, boy does he ever, skinny boys with a certain look, and it is a good type. He has, he's good taste. What?
Yeah. Well, there's that. He had that kid from Third Rock from the Sun.
Well, that was Mysterious Skin. I mean, that's
Sure.
basically that's the perfect example of his type.
Am I making up that Keanu Reeves was in one of the movies? I think I'm making that up.
I think you're making it up, but it got lots of guys who looked like
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
like
I mean, there was a guy who was in a bunch of movies around that time who was kind of we want someone who looks like Keanu Reeves but can't get it.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Roops.
Yes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That's it.
Well, that's the one from Mysterious Skin. And Keanu was in My Own Private Idaho. With, was it River Phoenix was the other guy in that?
I can write about that.
Yes, fake Keanu was in Doom Generation. And a bunch of other things at the time.
Oh, Parker Posey's in some of those, isn't she?
Is she?
I think she is.
Maybe.
That automatically makes a movie gayer. She, Parker Posey, recently joined Twitter, and it is fantastic. It is... The Narcoleptic, that's right, yes. Also, Udo Kier. Who is Parker Posey? Who isn't she?
No.
She's fantastic. I appreciate her most for this movie she made. What's the one where she's in the library? Party Girl.
I was gonna say, yeah. So everyone from the 90s who has a lot of affection for Parker Posey has it because of Party Girl.
But she's also...
I'm just like, Party Girl was fine. I mean, not to be contrarian, but yeah, she is a cult favorite, and I think it's just because there weren't a lot of actresses like her at the time, and these days I think we have more... Like, it was basically Winona Ryder was the mainstream version of her, and she was the indie version of herself.
Yeah, she's kind of halfway between Winona Ryder and, who's the new girl who plays the ukulele?
Oh, Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
It's like if you took Winona Ryder, Zooey Deschanel, and Aubrey Plaza, and put them into Miracle Whip.
For 1 second, I was afraid you were going to say Audrey Hepburn. I don't know. No.
I mean, if she held a baby deer, maybe.
I love that that's the first thing you associate with her. Because it was what I was going to bring up. Audrey Hepburn had a pet deer with a really cute name, and I can't remember the name now. It was something like Mr. Tumnus or something. That was not it, but it was something cute.
Well, on the subject of Mr. Tumnus, I don't know if you've seen that Narnia movie recently, but Mr. Tumnus is peculiarly attractive.
Peculiar about it, the fawns are sexual. They're,
Yep.
Or is he a fawn? He's a fawn, not a satyr.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Parker Posey's moment probably had passed by the time you were getting interested in indie films. She was an indie darling like when we were in high school, and so probably like 10 years or so earlier. And more recently, like, I mean, she's been in stuff like Superman Returns, which probably doesn't show off why people liked her.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Sandra Bernhard in Hudson Hawk. Wait, Pippin? Was she in Pippin?
Was she?
Good grief. So Grayson saying.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. I think it's a little bit more over here.
Yeah.
So a little bit more. I can hear it on this side.
Yeah, I can too.
Oh, there you go. Forward. No. Other direction. Back up.
You can't back up. Bode is not impressed with his performance. Oh, the deer's name is Pippin.
Oh. Wasn't
This is gonna be like a repeat.
Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Right there.
Yeah, very good. You know, I only saw Brokeback Mountain the once, when it first came out.
That was enough for me. That was.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like Dancer in the Dark. All right. But I did find it a bit of a downer.
Yeah.
I read the short story. The short story is lovely, and I think I enjoyed reading the short story more than watching the movie. But I am glad that the movie existed.
Sure. Can you look up where Bomb Island is? It's such a pain in the ass.
F5. So it is in the southwestern area. It's right there.
Okay. I've complained about this before, but they did this nice thing where they put a map on the Wii U gamepad, but when you have it open, there's this big thing covering the map at like all times, and if you try to look at what's in a square, it just obscures everything.
It'd be nice if the gamepad had multi-touch, but I guess that's too much to ask for.
It could just be a press and hold versus a tap.
Yeah.
Saw Brokeback Mountain, straight-ish friends, and wanted to talk about it for hours after. Well, yeah, just wanted to be alone and be sad.
Yeah, I do remember being rather bummed out by it. You got me popcorn, though, for that movie. I don't know why I remember that, but you got me a big jug of popcorn.
How big?
Well, not unreasonable.
Oh, okay. Don't I get you... I mean, I get you snacks for most movies. Why do you remember it for that one?
I don't know. It just stuck in my mind for some reason.
Huh.
We saw it at a weird theater.
Did we?
Yeah, it was the one that's like the Embarcadero Theater. That one that's in like that jungle gym of a shopping mall.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know why we saw it there.
Yeah, I don't either. No, you got free popcorn and you were still bummed?
Yeah. I demand too much.
Certainly do. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is a cutie.
But that Randy Quaid.
Yeah, Stemming the Rose. I wish that had entered the vernacular. Yeah. No.
Oh, so many.
Well, see, this is why I need the book, because now I'm at the point where you can just go around like forever trying. Ugh. Were you crying into the popcorn? Is that why you remember it?
Maybe that was it.
But it became extra salty.
I'm fairly salty myself.
Yep. But yeah, it's a sad movie. It is not one I felt the need to revisit. Not even because of its sadness. I feel like, you know, one viewing I got the experience, and unlike The Apple or I don't know, all the other movies I watch all the time, House, yeah.
The garbage movies that we love.
I've not felt the need to go back to Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if it was a straight couple, we definitely would not have bothered.
Well, it'd be a very different movie.
I suppose, yeah. It's some, like, forbidden love straight movie. You've seen The Apple.
Oh,
good,
there you go.
Good. I'm glad.
That's the only musical you need to see.
Yeah, it's the only musical there is. The only true musical. If you want more like that, I recommend Xanadu. I don't think it's as good as The Apple, but it's got a lot of charm. Xanadu...
It has no charm.
I think it has some. You have permission to fast forward through parts of Xanadu. The Apple is never boring.
Yeah, The Apple I find to be one of the most watchable movies I've ever seen, and Xanadu one of the least watchable.
Huh.
I find The Apple is just so full of weird ideas and sincere effort to try to, yes, BIM is the way, effort to try to communicate something. Unclear what it is, but just it wants to say something so bad. And Xanadu
does as well about artistic integrity. And I know.
Go jump in a lake. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
No, in the same way Fuller House talks about love, Xanadu talks about artistic integrity.
You don't think it's sincere? All right, fine.
It is a garbage movie.
I think it's got some really nice parts.
That's nice. I don't think I've done this one yet.
There's a hammer thing to thwack.
I know, there's 4
you
things
gotta hit them
you
all.
have to do. And you gotta time it so you can get them all at once. I might have already done this. Can't Stop the Music. I've actually heard good things about that, but I've not seen it.
Oh, yeah. I've heard good things as well. And isn't that Alan Ladd who did that Alan Carr, who did that disastrous 1989 Oscars opening number that I just YouTubed about. I think that's Boots.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so we got Boots, Hammer.
You might want to do the order.
Yeah. Now, you don't have to do them all at once. You just have to do them within a certain time period.
Sure. You might want to hit that with the boomerang first.
Okay.
Because it's going to be hard to... Or whatever you want to hit it with. Because it's going to be hard to do all the others.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where the 4th one is.
Oh, you're on 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th is that button up there.
Oh, right. Okay. Troll 2 is a delight. I enjoy Troll 2 quite a lot. And I mean, like, legit enjoy it.
Oh.
What?
Sure. This is going. You may have to...
No, you gotta...
Okay, alright, if you say so.
No, what? Target it. I've never seen it do that before. Nope, see, yeah, it just reset. Okay, so we have the switch. Try starting here. Ugh. Well, this is not gonna... Off to a great start. Or maybe it's a particular order. I thought it was time, but...
I think you're right that it is.
So things you might want to look at. Estimates, right?
Oh, briefly back to Brokeback Mountain. There's a viewer on my show who never I mentioned Brokeback Mountain. He shows up and goes on about how it's not a gay movie, it's not about homosexuality, despite the fact that if they were a straight couple, the movie wouldn't have happened. He's from Stephen King's hometown, so maybe it's warped his brain. Oh, he's not the one who hit him with the car, is he? I think it's a pretty gay movie. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
it depends. I mean, I think you can split hairs about what makes something a gay movie. I think you can get cute with your definitions, but yeah, I think you're right that particular story wouldn't have happened if the characters weren't gay. There have always been love stories where some social circumstance is keeping the lovers apart. You know, like Jane Austen stuff or whatever. So the idea of social circumstances keeping the couple apart isn't new, but I don't think, you know, I mean, you wouldn't have that story.
Clear
they
cut
weren't
the
gay.
island. So get them all swiftly. Oh, danger.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Just for comparison, I would say that it is probably more gay than a movie that does not involve two men having sex with each other.
Yeah.
Okay, doing good, doing good.
Yeah. Why is there no, like, indication at the time?
That would, I mean, just like a ticking noise
well,
would be helpful.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, normally you get a ticking noise for stuff like this. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, where's that vortex?
Well, so the vortex, and then there's the fire hole.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where the vortex is.
There he is.
Okay. Why do I need that?
To get up to the top. Up there.
I know, but what's in the... So we have
The
two
top?
things.
Well, we got some diamonds, I guess.
Mulholland Drive is an interesting one because the LGBT movies... Yeah.
I've only seen the beginning of that. David, I don't think I've ever seen a full David Lynch there, with the exception of the entire series On the Air. There's an incredibly bizarre sitcom that also did not air in its entirety. I had to find VHS tapes of the unaired episodes. It is the weirdest thing ever made. If you can imagine, a David Lynch sitcom. Like, not like a laugh track sitcom, but single camera, shot on film, full of jokes.
Well...
Jokes. Whatever David Lynch thinks is funny. I love that he knocked his clothes off. David Lynch, I mean.
I really wanted to do it. Yeah, it was called On the Air. I don't know, it needs to be watched, but it's certainly a curiosity.
It is. There's an amazing I don't recommend watching the whole thing because there's certainly better. But the season finale is such a strange David Lynch vision. The conceit is something like, so it takes place at a 1950s television station.
It's not a radio station?
No, it's TV.
Oh, that's right. It's Remember When.
You're thinking of Remember When.
Yeah, it's also garbage.
It's not a good. So on the show On the Air, it's television station in the 1950s, and there's some conceit about how the guy who runs the station is this guy named Vlaja, who's from, I don't think it's ever specified, just from the old country, and doesn't speak English well, just speaks this sort of strange, I don't know, Pig Latin-y, Czechoslovakian, Polish sort of made-up language. And there's a beatnik at the station because it's the 1950s. But in his language, beatnik means someone who fixes boots. And so he's always talking to the beatnik about his boots, and the beatnik is into it because she thinks that this is some sort of performance art of waving boots around that need to be fixed. And there's an incredible, like, dance number? Again, with the question mark in quotes, because it's hard to say if it's dancing or not, where the entire cast is dancing to backwards saxophone music while waving boots around. It is... I mean, it will render you speechless.
This sounds like trolling.
Yes.
This sounds like David Lynch got a budget and was just trolling.
Like, he made this as revenge against someone.
Yeah. Well, or just like, alright, now it's gonna give me a budget?
There you go. Look, here's a sitcom.
Sure. You have seen some other entire David Lynch things. You saw Dune.
Oh, of course, I forgot about that. Now, is that really a David Lynch thing? Because I know there's some controversy over whose vision is the official version.
Well, it's certainly got David Lynchy elements.
It does. There's no mistaking those faces.
Faces?
The worms with the faces.
Oh, no, those are just from the book. Like, that's...
Okay, sure. But to see something like that in a motion picture, I don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like you'd see that in a Rod Steiger picture. Precious God. What about Blue Velvet? I've seen the opening to Blue Velvet in film school.
I have seen Blue Velvet. In film school, I made a response to it, which I got a good grade on, but in hindsight, I don't know what that grade was based on. It was called Blue Velveeta, and it was about exploring gender and subjectivity through debasement in a place called Debasement.
Like, it's a basement.
It was a basement, yes. Debasement.
Wait, what were the characters' names?
Oh, Teasing and Pleasing.
Yes.
That's right. There were two characters. Two of my friends played Teasing and Pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was withholding, and one of them was generous with herself. And they were in Debasement. And
engaged in debasement.
Yes, and then there was a woman who wanted to be hit for reasons I don't exactly remember. Well, it's from the movie. This is what my college tuition was spent on. That and something called the Anal Restaurant, which I didn't make.
That was just where you worked.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh, it's gone?
No.
Are you kidding me? It reset? Oh.
Alright, well, I'm almost certain
it's just gonna be
like a rupee.
Wait, hold on. Let me look it up.
Here, I can see what's up there. I don't have to...
You just put a pear on your head.
Yeah, naturally.
Oh, what a trick.
Oh,
did you get
there
lost?
are some randomly exposed nipples, and Sting is quite the...
Speaking of
he's
teasing
quite
and
the
pleasing.
specimen in Dune. There's also that part where Baron Harkonnen, Sting comes in, like, shirtless, and then Baron Harkonnen pulls out the heart plug from one of his slaves, and doesn't he then sex the man to death in his heart hole?
You're making me
And
literally nauseous.
Oh, that's right. And then he goes under this, like, grease shower and pours oil all over his head and rubs it into his body and then flies around the room farting.
I'm so uncomfortable. Can you imagine what those actors... well, it's David Lynch. He must know what he's doing. He's a respected director.
Look, we need to know Harkonnen is a bad guy.
I think there may be some ambiguity. You may, after watching this, be like, oh, I think this guy's got some good ideas.
So, Infamous Sphere did a whole video about Blue Velvet and its take on gender and sexuality. Theories that McLaughlin's character is written similar to a typical female character, has similar motivations and reactions in terms of how films portray. Yeah, I can see that.
Is that the one that opens with neighborhoods and then the camera pans down to bugs?
Yes. So it's a bunch of like suburban people. What?
Those rings.
It's a pain in the ass,
that's
is what
right.
it is.
Those are those rings that give you just a few rupees.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the one that opens with like sperm people tending to their lawns.
Yep. Yup, I remember watching that. We watched that with a weird film teacher.
Oh, which one?
You remember Rob Todd, of course.
Of course I remember Rob Todd.
Yes.
Alright, we had quite an adventure on that island.
We did, and then it was all reset.
Well, whatever. All it would have gotten me is a few rupees, and I got them anyway with the bird.
I'm trying to remember any other David Lynch type projects that have... Oh, I'm thinking of the other guy, Werner Herzog. Who
They're not similar.
They look similar.
Do they?
Yeah, they kind of have long old man faces.
Okay.
Yeah, they have sort of like, I don't know, their heads look kind of like pencil erasers
Mm-hmm.
with wigs. And so therefore their work is thematically similar.
Yeah, I can see the similarities between Kyle MacLachlan and the way female characters are usually written.
Infant Sphere says, what about David Cronenberg? I don't think we've seen...
Oh, I've seen a bunch of Cronenberg movies.
I don't know that I have. Oh, you showed me parts of The Fly, which unsettled me.
You did not care for The Fly.
I didn't care for that.
And then he did They Live, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, with
you've seen
Goliath.
it. Yes, Keith David?
Yes.
Yes.
The actor who played Goliath on Gargoyles plays a human in They Live.
Yes, he plays...
A human male.
Yes, playing against type, he is a human. I've not seen Crash.
Oh, that was the one that won against...
Nope, different Crash.
Nope. Okay. What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the Crash that's about racial platitudes, and then there's the Crash that's about getting into car crashes and then having sex with each other's wounds.
I thought that was the same movie.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now.
I guess you could edit them together. He may not have done They Live. That I may be misremembering.
Is that maybe Sam Raimi?
Oh, it's not Sam Raimi. John Carpenter? Yeah, that could be.
Ah.
That makes sense. He did Existence. Do you see that?
It's misspelled, so no.
Oh.
Well, you're going to the edge, at the ends of the earth. More Earth for you.
Yeah, two Crashes, very different movies.
I just assumed it was a movie about car crashes and racism.
I mean, I guess you could combine the two things.
Andy Warhol Death and Disaster Series porno movie Crash is the Cronenberg. Oh, yes. Spader has sex with a dude in that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
As well he should.
Yes. He had sex with Maggie Gyllenhaal in Secretary.
He did.
She is the sister of Jake
Gyllenhaal,
Gyllenhaal.
yes. These movies are all in the same universe.
Yes.
The character from Secretary is the sister of Jack Twist. And I realize the timelines don't match up, but you have to use the Donnie Darko time distortion to make that happen.
It's just like, what's their names? Holds the boombox in Frantic Newsroom.
What?
What's the name of the guy who holds the boombox? Jolie Moly.
Jolie Moly, that's him. Sure. Tell me about Jolie Moly.
No, it's Martha. It's not Martha, because that's a woman's name.
Sure.
Martha.
And were you about to say Martha Washington?
Martha Washington. No, Matthew. Isn't it a Matthew? It's a Matthew boombox. No, it's not. Matthew Broderick is another person.
It is.
John the Nose. What's his name? I'm confusing. I'm confusing. John Cusack.
You got it. Good job.
And Joan Cusack is his sister.
She certainly is.
Yeah, so they are siblings who are actors, much like Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal.
There's no denying that. Yep, John Cusack. You got it. I have not seen The Watcher. That sounds good. Gay dancing, serial killing Keanu Reeves sounds terrific.
It's not Johnny Mnemonic, is it?
No, it's The Watcher. Who watches The Watcher?
What are you gonna get? Big set. What? You already got one of those.
I know.
What's this guy trying to pull?
I know. That's why I asked you to look up the table in the book, but you didn't. Instead you found stuff about tattoo and boober.
Look, I don't see it in the book.
Okay.
There's lots of stuff about the.
It's definitely the sort of thing that would be in a
I know it is,
guide.
but I can't find it. Oh wait, missing links. Arrow upgrade. Treasure chart. I mean, one problem here is nothing's cross-referenced. Mother and child line. Mr. No, this is for the Earth Temple.
There should be a whole section on the Merchant Quest, because the Merchant Quest is like a self-contained thing of go to this island, then this island, then this island, then this island. It won't be like a top-level domain.
There's a legendary checklist.
That might be it. He dances to Rob Zombie in black leather. That sounds great.
Octos. Charts, special charts, great fairies, quest items, bombs, blah, 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 blah. Magic armor, Windfall Island. Well, this says, yeah, okay, magic armor comes from Windfall Island D2.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any information about it.
Right.
Mini games, Nintendo Gallery, Dragon Roost Island, Ocean. I mean, nothing in here is cross-reference, which is very upsetting.
Postman statue, something new. Okay. Don't know how many more of these I have to get. Keanu also meets Spader in a ceremony and is drinking a 6-pack of beer off the top of a gravestone. Perfect.
It's amazing.
Music video's only 4 corn. That is terrific.
Oh, this also has revealed to me where you make the pig dig to get the piece of heart.
Okay.
You also get a piece of heart by hitting Orko with the thing, do the master training.
Mm-hmm.
Battleship game, real chat, treasure chart.
So Matthew, just so we're clear,
Yes.
you're supposed to be covering Super Tuesday stuff, right? Like, are there election results coming in that you...
There's just one quick one short one from Georgia that my editor already put out.
Okay.
But I'm gonna need to check in a few minutes.
Okay. Just asking if maybe you should check that instead of...
Completing Zunari's trading quest.
Yeah.
With the wandering merchant of Great Fish Island, the shop guru statue.
Okay, but I need to get all the other things before Shop Guru happens.
Yes. Apparently, the Great Fish Isle is the last step, but it's not telling me any of the other steps.
Okay.
Submarines, weathered trees. Weathered trees. I don't know, unless it's hidden away in one of these chapters about a dungeon for some reason.
Yeah, there's sections like that are pretty much just about the screwing around quests. Favorite bad movie ever? That's tough because when talking about bad movies, like movies that I think are actually bad, I have a hard time recommending.
Yeah, I don't recommend Zardoz.
I'm on the fence about that one.
No, I mean that's like professional level bad. You really have to want to see a bad movie to watch that.
I mean, my go-tos are The Apple, Barbarella, and House.
Yeah.
but I don't know that they're actually bad.
They're misguided?
Yes,
I think
they certainly are.
I think the key is misguided is watchable. Just bad is not.
Oh, of course, I mean, Showgirls goes without saying.
Yes.
Showgirls is magic. Ben and Arthur, if you're a fan of weird gay movies, Ben and Arthur is definitely worth a look. That one is uncategorically bad. Should I not? Windows, what is that? Is that the Bill Gates biopic? 1980s movie so bad they pulled it from cinemas. I am not familiar with Windows. Shop Guru. Wait, that's the one I want, right? Shop Guru? Matthew?
Oh,
Shop
yes,
Guru?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I thought that was a movie that someone was recommending.
The Shop Guru?
Yes.
The sequel to the Love Guru?
Yes.
So I bring that to him on Windfall, or what?
Let me double check, but look at that. Oh my goodness, it's gleaming.
Windows. So yeah, so you're familiar with Ben and Arthur. Ben and Arthur is amazing to me. Windows is about an evil lesbian who hires a taxi driver who looks like Andre the Giant. Oh my god. Oh, well, it gets less funny after that, to rape her friend and record it on tape so she can listen. Oh my god. Okay. That is quite a premise. Also, doesn't seem like enough to sustain a whole movie, but I guess Ben and Arthur had whatever it had going on for the length of a movie.
So this says, give the wandering merchant at Great Fish Isle the Shop Guru statue.
That's what I want to confirm. Is do I go to Windfall or...
And then I think once that's done, then you go back to it.
Windfall.
Yep. You jumped right over that shark.
I know, I jumped the shark. The stream has jumped the shark. Cinematographer of Godfather, interesting.
Fascinating.
Well, that sounds promising. Ben and Arthur, my favorite part of that is the extended sequence where the brother is trying to make a potion to ungay his brother.
But it's like a Bible potion.
Well, yes. And then he tapes the potion to the door, and when the brother arrives home, he sees this, like, thing of liquid taped to the door, and he goes, oh, a potion. And then he just puts it away, and that's the last we ever hear about the potion.
Yeah, Ben and Arthur are like, it's in a different league.
It is.
Because
it's
just
like
some guy.
It's like a home movie. But there's so many, like, then there's the intern private investigator who, doesn't he murder somebody and then we never hear about that person again?
Honestly, I can't remember where any pieces of that plot go.
And, I mean, the thing about the intern private investigator is I can only imagine that it was meant to be a private investigator.
But then
they cast like a 16-year-old, yeah. But even then, like, I don't know, just call him Kid Detective or something. I don't know what this intern private investigator, the Bieber Detective. Oh, okay. He does end up in, like, doesn't he end up though in like a parking garage?
I think somebody else does the shooting.
Someone else does the shooting. Victor and the Evil Gabriel. Oh, okay. Yes, that's right, the attorney. I knew somebody got killed, and it was like the stakes suddenly got really high, but no one cared? Like, nobody cared about the murder after it happened. Yeah, it's, and it's gay porn acting quality. But no porn. And also, I think we're meant to think the main guy who wrote, directed, produced, and starred in it is super hot, because he's always taking off his shirt. But, you know,
there's a type for
you know, yeah. Good for him. He's confident. Oh, yes, the priest with nail polish remover. Yes. Oh, it's a magical movie. I mean, it really, like, I know the comparison's been made. It's not an original thing to say, but it really just, it has so many elements of The Room that it is just it's shocking. There's clearly a type of mind that wants to make a movie about themselves, and they make that movie.
Everyone's against me.
Yeah.
It is a really nice statue.
Do you want one?
I do. Make me a shop guru statue.
Yep. Defined figures. This is a Ferengi quest.
Yay!
Yay. Alright, so here's what I'd propose. I'll go back to Windfall, get the magic armor,
And then...
and then we'll call it a night for now. I may actually switch over to,
oh, you love your caveman.
I might, now that I can tame animals, I just want to have all the animals.
Now, you see why I like animals so much?
I understand the liking of animals.
Oh, okay.
I've never been like, oh boy, get a load of this guy, he likes animals. It came out before The Room, yeah. Maybe Tommy was inspired. I think Ben and Arthur is better than The Room, because it's, well, that's true, far less repetitive. Worst
yes.
case we made, I had no idea. Yeah. All those things are true. But it's strange to me, the similarities. Like, there's clearly in both of them this need to, like, prove something to the world, and particularly to prove something to, like, romantic partners. I don't know, that, like, everyone's out to get them, and romantic partners are out to do them wrong. And they're gonna make a movie about how great they are, and how they're just beset on all sides by yuckos. I'm sorry, I'm paying attention to the shark, and my vocabulary dropped out.
Yuckos.
Yucko the clown. I'm just gonna keep jumping the shark.
That's good. The island is very pretty with that lighthouse there.
I'm very proud of the lighthouse, aren't you?
I am. I'm proud of you for lighting it.
Dear.
It fills me with delight.
Yeah, Ben and Arthur didn't have, I know one of the things that really made The Room take off is that, I don't know if it was Tommy Wiseau himself, I'm sure it was, somebody put up giant billboards of Tommy Wiseau all over LA that just said The Room. And so that got people talking. And then also, I mean, there's sort of a bad movie culture in LA, partly centered around this thing called Cinefamily. And once The Room got into circulation with the bad movie aficionados, I think that's when it really, like, became a thing. And, Ben and Arthur's gay, and I think that might be a barrier for some people. Oh, Jolie Moly? Jumpy Bombi's pretty good, too.
Yeah. That's his drag name.
Sure, Jumpy Bombi.
Tommy Bombi is Jolie Moly's drag name.
Jumpy Bombi is the frontman of Chumbawamba. I know this guy likes it if you put particular statues up there, but we'll deal with that some other time.
They're the established the legal precedent that Scalia cited, Argle Bargle.
That's true. Look at
all this
how
stuff
elaborate this has gotten.
Oh my goodness! Oh boy!
Oh, why is the skull tower pulsating?
Jiggling. Well, they all have a little bit of animation. Oh well, some of them have animation.
Boy, this has come a long way, baby.
Yeah. Well done. Ooh.
Use your rupees to create a barrier. Oh. Huh.
That's nice.
I forgot.
I don't think we ever got this.
Oh, no, I got it the first time I played.
Oh, well, pardon me.
But, there's nothing to spend rupees on late in the game, so that is nice. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be in, like, a winter coat that wraps around his face. But townspeople in this game are eccentric and adorable. She's a working girl.
Very nice.
All right.
Well, I'm going to have to go cover the election stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which will be very exciting for all participants. And hopefully, my hope is that everyone will have lost. That there will be no winner, and everyone is disqualified from running for president. And we won't have a president anymore.
Yes. And I'm going to bake some cookies. I'm going
What?
to ignore the primaries completely because
No, no
they
matter.
are nothing but depressing. On the Democratic side, I am totally fine with either candidate, so good luck to them both. And on the other side, hoofa.
Yeah, good luck with your cockroach.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, there's the 17-year-old at the end of the dock.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, isn't it weird? Who'd have guessed?
Huh.
Oh, you're inviting him in for a swim?
Yeah, it looks about 17. All right. Well, now we will bid
Bye,
you guys
everyone.
adieu.
Thank you for joining us. And democracy.
Yay. Yeah, and there is no least
And
bad. So
the least bad man win.
Yeah. Well, can we get Mitt Romney back?